Hello, and welcome to another sketchbook tour. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I've got a couple sketchbooks that I'm going to be doing tours for. This is the fourth sketchbook tour that I do on this channel, and I do have another one coming up that is going to be a miscellaneous version. Basically all the sketchbooks that I haven't finished and will probably never finish. But for today, we are going to be looking at this sketchbook. Stats on this sketchbook: it is a Strathmore mixed media sketchbook with the soft cover, as you see here. And I have only 2 stickers on this one. I have a Lee Ellickson sticker on this one. Classic. It is definitely, I think, my favorite. And on the back, I have this one stitch sticker. That is one that I made, actually. I made this for Stitch Day, like 2 years ago or something like that. June 26, 626. Get it? Okay. Anyways, this is a sketchbook. It's pretty beat up. You can see a lot of blemishes on the cover. I will say that the soft cover is just really prone to a lot of wear and tear, but it took me a while to complete this sketchbook. I kind of worked on it a lot at first and then didn't for a while. It also did travel with me a couple times, so it's actually been a while since I've even seen this. I think I finished this technically a year ago now. Let's just take a look through this together and see what's in here. So let's start with the inside cover. So I usually put goals on the inside cover of my sketchbook, and I also try to date it when I can. So have some goals here were be loose, multimedia, more animals, chibi style, colorful, and have fun, which honestly I think are pretty good. Those are pretty good goals to have. Most of them are pretty loose and not too restrictive, and things like chibi style was just like practice. So I had a lot of fun with this. And then you can see some miscellaneous washi tape. I think I just used washi tape that I had in orders or I had used in paintings. Just kind of stick on the cover. And some, again, also miscellaneous like sticker. This like holographic sticker I think I made. I don't know where it's from. And I've got this bookmark page thing. The first page of this, I've got this duck painting. I think this is one of my favorite paintings I've ever made. It's got ducks. It's got this big, beautiful pink tree, and what's better than ducks in the color pink, am I right? And I used gouache for this and a little bit of color pencils. I can see with like the outline and some details here, but I really like this drawing. I think it is, I don't know, it kind of sparked a lot of other similar paintings for me, and it's kind of like a recurring theme. And a duck that looks similar to this, a sleeping duck, is now my shop logo, so I think it is very indicative of who I am in my art and just what I like. Moving on here. Oh, this is cute. This is a guardian from Breath of the Wild. It is actually really good. I forgot I did this. I should draw these guys more. This was done in pen too, which is pretty impressive. I've never drawn it before, and I just drew this in pen. Yeah, not much more to say. It is what it is. This is an original character of mine, Lyra. They are a child of Hades. Yeah, again, I was just like, one of my goals was to practice chibi style. I think this was actually pretty good for kind of like one of my first times going into it. I also, since this was a new sketchbook and a multimedia sketchbook at that, I was just trying to play around with different mediums. So I had used gouache and I was using pen, and this is a little bit of color pencil, and this is also, I think these are Hoo alcohol markers that I was using here. And I was just trying to see like what worked with what, doodling a little bit. This is an Art and Fly sepia fine liner. And I was also just making some notes on the character because this is an original character with their own story and stuff. So yeah, I think this is a cute little spread. Let's move on. Yes, the classic post-it note covering things. I wanted to cover the bleed from the last page, and I just kind of drew these like liner flower things, and this cursed looking guy is just like a big blob that I just like colored in. I mean, he's kind of cute. No thoughts at all. Head completely empty. And yeah, I guess we've got Lyra here again. I think this is kind of when I was really solidifying like my anime style. And I had gotten a package from Mina Crossing, so I saved this packaging because this was really, really cute. I loved it. And this is a clear sticker that I had made. These are some ideas I had for clear stickers myself. Like a window with a flower box on it, and then like the window parts would be clear. This was based off of something I saw while I was on my way home one day from like the library on my street. There's this restaurant with these like stone or these like brick things, and they just had like a bunch of flowers on the inside on the fence, and I thought it was really cute and inspiring, so I drew it. This next page, I don't know if there was something under it, but at this point I was just again also playing around with gouache, so I just like laid down a flat layer of gouache, and then I was coloring on top of it with coloring pencil, or like sketching with coloring pencil. And yeah, that's that. This is actually a fan art of Chloe Bailey, and this was like just like a really fun pose to just like practice with, and I think the outfit looked really cool, and the colors were even cooler. So I think this spread is very indicative of the be loose goal that I had, and I was just doodling. This is a plant I actually have. This is an elephant ear alocasia, and I was drawing that, and it's much bigger now. 3 years, about 3 years almost after I drew this. I'll try to insert a picture here. Sorry, editing Sally. But yeah, this is a spread, watercolor, and then a marker on top. I don't really know exactly which. I think it might be the Pentel Sign pen for this one, and then this was like fine liners. But I really like this gradient. This gradient was cute. And yeah, I like the colors. I think I actually made this spread, or at least this page, a print in like my sketchbook print set that I sold for a couple years, and I thought it was a really fun one. This I did not like at all. This was really bad. And yeah, some more washi that I got from packaging, from orders that I had made. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this spread. Let's move on. So this is another original character in the same world and same story as Lyra. This is the male counterpart to Lyra. This is Kai. It's not very good. I'm not, as you can probably tell, I'm not as good at drawing guys, but we'll work on that eventually. And then this is actually a redraw of a drawing I had made in college. I don't know if I have a photo of the original, but if I can find it, I'll show you guys. It's just like sitting in a bathtub smoking. Yeah, I kind of like this. Maybe I'll redraw it again just to see how much I've grown. What's next here? More gouache and color pencil practice. More pencil stuff. Not really sure happening there. Oh my goodness. I'm actually so glad that I dated this. So this was Nintendo at E3. This was Breath of the Wild 2. This was June 15th, 2021. This is when they were showing the first trailer for Tears of the Kingdom. I remember because it was still Breath of the Wild 2. And I saw that trailer where Link used Ascend, and I was like, what is this silly guy doing? This is so funny. This is so cute. I love this drawing of him. No thoughts, head completely empty. I was drawing this I remember I was like at work, and it was like on my lunch break right after, or like during watching this. It was right after, but like right after watching this, I drew this in like 20 minutes or something, and it's just so funny. I love that. And then I drew these as well. I sketched these out and then eventually lined them, but yeah. This is fun. I'm glad I reminisced on this because Tears of the Kingdom, I was so excited for that release. We played so much of that game, and I kind of want to play it again now, honestly. I should probably go back to that game and see what's up. Try to complete some side quests. Oh, I see that there's some eraser shavings in here. No, we'll just leave it. It's part of the charm. I was in New York City for this one. I had gone roller skating with my cousins, and we were sitting under a big tree, And this is the tree I was at, and this is my wristband from roller skating. And these were actually my freebie stickers at the time. That's kind of cute. Maybe I should bring it back or do something similar. These two were drawn by my cousins, 2 different cousins, and I just asked them if they wanted to take a page in my sketchbook. And yeah, this is the view that we had of New Jersey. Well, we were at that park that we were roller skating at. And this was also drawn by my cousin as well. And this page is funny. I like the spread a lot. It's actually this is funny. It's just like 2 links. It's like, which link are you? Which mood? This is usually my mood. Is there anything under here? Or was this just aesthetic? Oh, this was just aesthetic. Here, let me put this one right back. Oh, I love this spread. This was with a rainbow pencil too, which I should use more of, honestly. I don't use it nearly enough. And I actually got a couple new ones that my cousin got me from South Korea when she was living there for a while. Yeah, this is another spread in my sketchbook print set. I really like this spread. It's very sweet. And I think I actually eventually I turned this one into a sticker design eventually. I added a 3rd eye and made it the magic cat. I really like this guy. This guy is, I think, my favorite on this page. But this raccoon was top tier, honestly. I'm pretty impressed with it. I think this was just me trying out, not only was me trying out the magic pencil a little bit more, but also trying out this pen. I don't know where I got this pen. I might have found it in like my school supplies while I was trying to declutter one day, and I found this like pink gel pen that I really like and I still use to this day. And I was also playing around with my India inks, my Dr. P.H. Martin India inks. I was trying it out with a paintbrush as well as with a glass dip pen that I have used a couple times in a couple of videos, and I really like it. And they're really nice at creating consistent thin lines, so hopefully I can use that more this year. I think this Homer is really funny. I feel like this was kind of a turning point for me with gouache. Also, this was also a sketchbook print. I just like really liked this. I think this would be fun to recreate, maybe with oil paints or gouache again even. Yeah, this was, I think I use a lot of gouache in the sketchbook because the paper is kind of good for that. Oh, these are some cute little sketchbooks. Oh, I like this lineup of different eyes. I love how like different eyes can just like tell you so much about a character's personality, and it's doing a lot of character design as usual. This is Lyra again. I was kind of experimenting with like how face structures, I think this was with the reference with the photo as well. I think I was experimenting with like different face structures, and this is like a very, very cheeky version, literally, like the cheeks are just really big. So yeah, that was fun. And then having different noses as well was also good to do because I just want to be like more diverse in my art styles. I don't want my characters to all look the same, and I also don't want to only have one type of eyes and one type of nose and one type of mouth even. Like I just want to keep it very, I don't know, very loose and different and diverse and interesting, especially now as I'm developing my comic. All these other things were definitely from references. This was around the summer because, you know, this drawing, if this was in June and I visited New York, I think that like weekend, this was probably like around July or something. So just kind of getting some summer inspo, I guess, aesthetic inspo. I don't really know. This is a really light sketch. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. I had every intention of painting it, but I didn't, as you can tell. Oh well. What was this? This was a little bit of planning. Sometimes I'll use my sketchbooks as like a journal, especially at the time I didn't have a separate journal. Now I do, but I still like to use my sketchbook as a journal, especially when I don't have my journal on hand. But this was just some ideas for my shop, Celion Studio. Second half of 2021 ideas. Just like what I wanted to do, or my main focuses. I think this was with Was this with highlighter? This might have been with highlighter or alcohol marker. No, it didn't bleed, so this was with highlighters, I think. Or maybe Ohuhu water-based markers. I think so. But anyways, yeah. These are also stickers that I've made. I think this was like a B grade sticker sheet because the cut was all off, but yeah. Oh, I forgot about these ideas. So I had drawn a strawberry lemonade girl, and I think this is where I came up with the conception for it. And then I wanted to do like a whole set. This would be cute to come back to, summer girls. So these are all the ideas I had. I had strawberry lemonade, which I did do, and I'll put on the screen. And then there was watermelon sugar, vanilla peach, honey lemon lime, or lemon lime. Maybe it would have been like honey lemon and then lime or something. Orange creamsicle and pina colada. I think I might have done a coconut lime or something like that. There was a sketch that I also did. I remember doing a second sketch and just never finishing and then never came back. That would be cool to maybe come back to one day. And then I was just practicing like kind of dynamic poses. I was taking inspiration from Pinterest as well. Like something like this was like really stiff and I just didn't want things to look stiff. So I was just practicing with like lines of actions, like shoulders going one way, face going another way. You can kind of see that like everywhere here. That was like a recurring thing, if that makes sense. And then we've got the sticker sheet idea of crops. So I had separate lists for veggies and for fruit and basically like all of the things I wanted to do with that. I think I'm gonna come back to this, especially come autumn. I want to do like a harvest shop update, like a harvest theme. So this would be perfect to do. I think it would be also especially perfect for like a large tote bag for like when you're going to markets and buying. Maybe that would be better for summer then. We'll see. Because I as in classic ADHD brain fashion, I have a trillion ideas and my mind is always coming up with new ones and I just want to like focus and follow through and also accept that I can't do it all at once. So we'll see. No promises, but this would be fun to come back to eventually. Hopefully this year, but we'll see. Oh yeah, these were 2 new washi tapes I had gotten from Made by Malin. And this was from someone that I'm forgetting the name right now, unfortunately, but I will find my best. I will try my best to find who it was and put it on the screen now. And then we've got this big fluffy boy. I was really into the like do a wash with watercolor of like a background and then draw on top with color pencil. I think I should do that more, honestly, because I just haven't been doing as much traditional art lately, which is kind of a bummer. I honestly, at this point right now, I haven't been doing that much art, period. I've been doing a lot more crochet and just like living. I've also been doing some oil painting, so just kind of like learning that stuff. So I haven't been doing as much art, traditional art in the way that I usually do. So maybe it would be nice to kind of get back into it. And looking through this is always fun for me, especially when it's been some time since I've looked at the sketchbook at all. I think it's really inspiring. It's really fun. But this did take me almost 2 years to complete, so these are really spread out. I think this was still in 2021 and then eventually just kind of didn't do it for a while. I think we're we're definitely over halfway now. I think we just passed the halfway mark, so we'll see where we drop off. I was drawing a little bit of sketches based on like what I was seeing here. I love this bright hot pink gel pen. I use it for so much. And these are my cute animals. These were stickers in my shop for a while, actually. I just recently discontinued them, so I will the only way to get these possibly is probably mystery bags, where if I maybe do a sale if I have a significant amount. But yeah, they're cute, but they were fine while they lasted. Oh, okay. This is more chibi. This is a spread of just chibi practice, which is cute. There's not much to say. I definitely learned a lot. I think I kind of nailed, well, I wouldn't say nailed because it's still changed, but I definitely learned a lot from this chibi practice. And I was drawing in pen on this side, which was like extra hard. That's definitely hard mode. Let's see, what's under here? Let's just put this back here. Anyways, this is a fave. I really like this. This was a picture I saw on Pinterest, I think. The legs are way too short. That's the only gripe I have with this, but it's cute. And then I was practicing some hair and more watercolor washes. I was really into watercolor, as you can tell. And you can tell I was struggling. Weird. Why is hair so hard? I don't know. It was just, it was an interesting time. I think this blue-haired one is my favorite. I like the look in her eyes. Ooh, this is fun. So this was, I think, my first time using Posca in this sketchbook as well. The Posca paint markers. I remember I was doing painting. Like, I think I was gessoing some canvases. And I used the extra acrylic paint in here as like a wash. And I did these like shapes and stuff. And then I did Posca marker on top, basically. This was really inspired by Fairy Little Peach, like their method of doing like big washes and then filling in black and doing like negative space stars. I thought that was really fun. So I was inspired by them, and I really like that style. And then this was, I think, me just testing out the Posca marker. So I was just doing a bunch of scribbles, and I turned it into art. Because what is art other than just a bunch of little scribbles, right? So yeah, these are the cute animals that I made from these sketches. It is always nice to see the finished version. Again, this was, so I did date this one. This was in November, I think, of 2021. And then I don't think I did most of these. I don't think I accomplished most of these, so just ignore that. And this cute lady here, and some stickers from my Mood Frog sticker sheet. Not much else to say there. This is also a butterfly I did draw. I was giving these out as freebies over the summer. Or actually, I think I was selling them at this point. And then eventually when I discontinued them, the next year I made them freebies. So yeah, there's a couple different colorways. It was the green and then these colors. I think there was one more colorway. I think there was 5 total. This was at, where were we? I think we were by the Seaport. Yeah, we were at the Seaport in Boston, in downtown Boston. And we had sat down for a moment because I was with my husband and my father-in-law, and we were like walking around the city, just doing stuff, sightseeing and all that. And then we sat down for a while, and I don't remember. Yeah, this was with watercolor. I did like a light watercolor wash. I did have like 2 highlighters. It looks like a blue highlighter and a pink highlighter, and a pen, a Muji pen. I think that's all I really used for this. And this was fun. I really, really like the perspective on these like block things. And I like the chains. I took a lot of inspo with how Lee Ellickson drew chains, especially that one like chain washi tape she had made. I think this is where it started falling off, honestly, my my sketchbooking. Because I think this was in like spring. I think this was in like spring or something. Because I remember being like in shorts or something when we did this. So I don't know. I could be wrong. And yeah, this page is not really anything. I'll just move on. I think this was just more Posca testing. I think this is water. Yes, this is water. This is me drawing water. I liked it a lot. Again, it was with a flat wash. This was like a flat acrylic paint base. I think I was using the blue for something else. This blue right here. And then I just used Posca markers on top of it. It looks interesting. It's kind of trippy to look at. If you have... I forget what it's called, but that it's like the trypophobia, whatever. You know, like a fear of holes. I probably wouldn't look at this, so I guess I'll put a content warning just in case. This guy was cute. This was a print that I think I still might have in my like market stock, and I liked it a lot. It was very loose. It was very like, I don't know. It was very, I think this was also in my print pack, my sketchbook print pack. It was very loose, so good on me and animals. I hit two check boxes on my goals. And I remember doing this with like almost no plan. I think this was gouache, almost no plan. really no plan. I just did it and it was a hit. Like, people loved this print. Zach also thought it was really good, and that really boosted my ego in a good way. So yeah, fake it till you make it, and then other people will, I guess, like it too. Oh, this is a nice spread. Orange and green. This is a really nice color combo. I want to come back to this color combo. This is very inspiring. I hope this is as inspiring for you as it is for me, because this is art that I've made years ago now, years ago, and I'm still being inspired by my own art. So I hope that sharing it with you kind of gives you a little bit of something. This was for Year of the Tiger, so I think that was 2022, which was my year, so slay. And I had never drawn a tiger before, so yeah, that was nice. And this is also very cute. You can actually see like anime character under here, like, because I had sketched it first. Yeah, you can see it over here too. I think I was drawing like Kyo and Toru from Fruits Baskets, and I didn't like how it was coming out, so I covered it with gouache, and I thought it had like fully covered the sketch, but I think I tend to press really hard when I draw. It's something I'm working on, but especially with pencils, like in this paper, it like really leaves an impression whatever you draw. Maybe I should just draw lighter. Maybe it's the paper. Who knows? Yeah, you can kind of still see some impressions, some outlines. I did convert this to like a screen print, and I did do a test screen print of this drawing, and I never really did anything with it because I didn't really like it, but it was fun to do. It was really nice. This was again playing around with that negative space method. So I think these were India ink washes and then using negative space. I think this might have been gouache or something. I don't really remember what this was, but it looks kind of trippy. It looks fun. I really like this page because it just feels very airy. And I love the color pencil texture over here with the leaves. That was fun. At this point, I think I did these paintings in 2022 or maybe even last year, 2023. I don't quite remember, but I believe I posted a video on this. I believe I have a video that was like paint with me, and so it probably was 2022, but I will confirm with you, and I'll also leave a link to the video if you want to check out more drawing videos. I'm pretty sure it was like a no talking, just like relaxing music and just drawing footage. And we've got this mallard duck that I did eventually turn into a sticker. I'll also put that on screen. And some other inspiring things. I was using some like metallic gouache that I was gifted for Christmas. And I also drew this little otter guy. He looked kind of more like a ferret than an otter, but I guess they're kind of similar. Anyway, this was the first time I'd ever drawn that animal, so I think it's not bad for the first time. This was definitely in the winter, so I think this was winter 2022. I eventually turned this into a wooden slice, like painting, and I was selling those at markets, both in the 2022 winter markets I did and the more recent 2023 winter markets. And I think I might still have one left. If not, I will be bringing them back this holiday season again. And yeah, you can tell obviously these were around Christmas that year because I was definitely inspired by the season. And this was a washi tape that came with my package from Frog Tree Games. If you like frogs, go to Frog Tree Games. Like that's froggy heaven. I love their stuff. And yeah, this is just some spread. This is the original character of mine. I was just playing around with possible hairstyles and playing around with like skin color, just like painting techniques. This was in watercolor. This is very much giving broccoli, so I don't like it very much, but it was still very fun, very cute. I love her face in this. She looks a little bit different, but very, very similar to this. And these turtles are very cute. They look very plain, but again, first time I was ever really drawing turtles and painted them with watercolors and color pencils, and it's very fun. That's what art should be about anyways. Then we've got some pandas here, very cute. No talk me Angie, but yeah, this is definitely in a video. Go check that out if you want to see the process of me doing it. But yeah, this is fun. I really like this color combo too, the blue and orange. I don't really use orange like ever. I feel like I don't really use orange and red as much in my artwork, and I want to definitely come back to it. I think I had gone to the museum after, and then I saw these guys, and they were so funny looking, and I took a picture of them, and this is my drawing from that picture. Very, very fun. And then this is the last spread of the sketchbook. I did this in color pencil, and I think this was in March of 2023. So when I was like finishing up the sketchbook, I was just tired of using it, tired of seeing it. I wanted to move on. It had already been almost 2 years at that point, and it makes sense because it's like cherry blossoms and Kirby and Waddle Dee sitting under a cherry blossom tree and a picnic. I think I had gotten the Kirby art book, like the Kirby official art book. I think it was like the 20-year anniversary, so it's a little outdated, but it has a lot of great reference material for Kirby and Company. So that was really fun to draw using that book as references, and this would be fun to do as a painting sometime, I think. Yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. I really like these color combos, this like kind of like matcha, like desaturated yellow-green, and this like really, really bright, cool pink. Definitely a fave. I hope to incorporate maybe some more like clover and sakura things coming soon. TM. We'll see if that gets done, but yeah. This is the last spread. I think it's very simple, but got the job done. And the very last page of the sketchbook was something that I just did because I was like, I am tired of using this. And there was one page left and I wanted to finish it. So these are the 5 elements of my characters, my witch characters. So we have water, kind of like elements of that, earth, fire, air, and spirit. And I was just like doodling in some, I think this was with my midliners, mild liners, the highlighter marker things. I love them. I have like every color. And that is the result of this sketchbook. We've got some more washi tapes, just some random washi tapes. And that was it. This is everything. So this is specifically the 500 series mixed media paper by Strathmore. I think that the sketchbook itself is pretty good quality, especially if you are a multimedia artist. Like it's good. It has everything you need. I like that the paper is really bright white. The other sketchbook I use is very yellowy paper, which is fine. I don't really mind, but I did like the bright white paper for certain effects and for like laying colors down. I feel like they were just more true to color in that way. And it does, because it's mixed media, it did take color and like wet mediums especially a lot better than the other sketchbooks I typically use. So I think that overall it was a good choice. I also do like the fact that it is soft cover, just because like I don't know, I like bending the book and I like being able to also like open it. It doesn't lay flat. I mean, it kind of does on the like insides, like once you get past like the first few pages, but like it doesn't lay flat, which I don't like. I will say that I am very much a lay flat girly, and I also feel like the binding wasn't as nice because like if you, for example, let me see if I can find a good example of this, but basically like because of like its nature and like it opens like this, like all of this binding here, I feel like there's a lot of space. I don't want to break it, but like all this space here isn't usable really at any point. I mean, kind of later on in the sketchbook it does because it flattens out. But towards the like end or towards the beginning of the sketchbook, it's kind of hard to, even towards the end, like you can see, it's hard to get into this crevice. So it's like not as much, I don't know. You're missing some paper, I guess. Oh, it's rainbow time. We're gonna get a couple of rainbows while we're doing this. How nice, how lovely. What a nice little surprise. What a perfect way to end this video off. Yeah, I would recommend the sketchbook. Would I get the sketchbook again for myself? Probably, especially if I'm using mediums like watercolor and gouache again. I would probably get it again. I don't think that the cons outweigh the pros. I think that the pros are really good. As for my goals, be loose, multimedia, more animals, chibi style, colorful, and have fun, I think I reached all of those goals, which is very impressive. I'm very proud of myself. I drew a lot of animals. I had a lot of fun. I was very, very loose. I was very multimedia. Like I did all that. And I'm proud of myself for that, I will say. Sometimes you just gotta give yourself a little bit of praise, because that's important too, to hear it from yourself. You know, self-love and all. Self-care and all. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this. It was an alright experience. It was enjoyable. I wish I could take this sticker back, but I'm sure it's part of the sketchbook forever. It will live on with this, and I think it was a good time. There was a lot of pages I'm not really in love with, but there were also a lot of pages that I absolutely adored. So I think that's a good trade-off. As for what's next to come, there are going to be more sketchbook tours. I think I have a few sketchbooks that I just don't intend on ever really finishing, because it's just not what I'm interested in right now. I think I just want to move on with a lot of stuff. So I will be doing a sketchbook tour 4.5, I think I'm going to call it, where it's like miscellaneous sketchbooks throughout the years, and I think they go back to 2019, so you will see some very early stuff as well. By early, I mean me getting back into art. I started drawing when I was very, very young. Then I took a hiatus during kind of late high school and most of college, because life and engineering school is absurdly crazy and makes you so busy. When I was getting back into art, summer of 2019, I did start a sketchbook again. So we're going to start from there in the next video. And I'm going to go through basically all of my half-finished sketchbooks, and I'm probably going to just put them all in storage and never look at them again, and maybe take out whatever paper is in there that's usable to just like sketch on, donate, give to family or whatever that likes drawing. Otherwise, I am just looking forward to kind of closing those chapters and just moving on. Thank you so much for watching. Drink some water and get some sun if you can, and live your life. Stay creative, friends.